This weekend is the 37th annual Tucson Pride event, Pride in the Desert.
That sounds cute. We have the president of the Tucson Pride Parade, April Moss, and 2014 Grand Marshal Daniel Hernandez with us to tell us what we have in store for this year. So April, can you tell us a little bit about the history first?
Tucson Pride, we're the oldest LGBTQA organization in the state of Arizona. We're the first ones. We're celebrating our 37th year. Basically what happened with Tucson was something similar to the Stonewall riots. The Stonewall riots that happened 45 years ago is what started your New York Pride, your San Francisco Pride, and such as that. And we had a similar event that kind of parallels that here in Tucson. And back in 1975, we had a young man named Richard Heeken visiting from Lincoln, Nebraska. He came out of a local establishment downtown and was brutally beaten and killed by 4 teenage kids. That upset the community extremely. So in 1977 was the birth of the Tucson Lesbian Gay Alliance, which is DBA Tucson Pride. And out of that came some of your other, later on throughout the years, came some of your other organizations, Tejon, Safe, that type of thing, Wingspan. And it also, at that same time, the Tucson community passed a law against hate crimes. And we were one of the first communities in the United States to do that. So Tucsonans have a reason to be proud of what we are here, of Tucson Pride.
That is amazing, and I love to hear the history of that, and that Tucson was very, you know, kind of like pioneer in the
Yes.
United States in that, and we want to celebrate that, and of course that's what we're doing this weekend. And Daniel, you are the Grand Marshal for the parade. This is not your first time being a Grand Marshal. I know you've done it in other parades in San Diego and other places, but you're at home doing it. How does that make you feel?
It's so exciting to be home and to be able to take part in the Tucson Pride Parade this year. You know, I've done Atlanta, I've done Seattle and San Diego, which are a lot bigger, but it's not the same as being back home. And I think for me, you know, the city of Tucson has just had such a great history of, like you mentioned, being a pioneer when it comes to LGBTQI rights. We actually have a commission on LGBTQ issues, and we're one of only about 10 cities in the entire country that has a commission specifically focusing on that. So for me, it's a great honor, and I thank April and Rob and all the folks putting it together for inviting me. It's nice to be invited to take part in something in my hometown, and you know, being the president of the school board right now in Tucson in the Sunnyside School District, it's kind of a great year. It's been a very kind of great year for me personally, so to be able to kind of wrap it up this year by being the Grand Marshal, I think is a nice kind of cherry for this year.
And I love hearing that history. You know, sometimes you just don't realize something until you hear it from someone, and someone that feels so much passion about it, like you, April, and Daniel. And April, can you tell us why it's called Pride in the Desert?
First off, we are in the desert, and so
The obvious.
that one's kind of obvious. But Tucson Pride, we came up with the name. We have Tucson Pride on Parade, which is our parade, and then we have Tucson Pride in the Desert. So we're celebrating our pride and our freedom and our rights, and we're in the desert, so that's basically where we came up with, just Tucson Pride in the Desert.
And I think, funnily enough, most other prides happen in June. It's too hot to do that in Tucson.
Yes, absolutely.
So we do it in October, which is such a fantastic time of the year to do it.
And now, Daniel, I know, of course, a lot of people across the United States, your name kind of became very well known because of a tragedy. You have been very highly credited with saving Congresswoman Gabby Giffords on the day of the shooting. Did you kind of take this platform as a way to do things like this?
You know, I think for me it's been very important to be able to work with organizations like Tucson Pride, like you know, the school district that I'm on the board of, to be able to talk about issues that I've always cared about. So the importance of equality. And today, just a few hours ago, one of the judges on the Ninth Circuit said that the appeal that was made applies to Arizona. So we might have gay marriage before too long in Arizona. So it's a very interesting time, but it's important to be able to talk about the issues like education, like equality that I've always cared about, and to be able to have a little bit of a platform that I didn't before.
I think that's great. I think that's amazing. And Jake the Snake was totally giving you guys a shout out.
Yes, he was saying just love humans, and he was yelling gay pride, so maybe
awesome.
he'll be there.
Yeah.
And
we'll get him to stick around.
So of course we'll be able to see Daniel as the Grand Marshal. What else will be going on?
We've got the parade starts on 4th Avenue, so we've got the 4th Avenue merchants involved. We try to, the most important thing is we give back to the community. And so we've got the 4th Avenue merchants involved. We're away from 4th Avenue for a while due to the streetcar construction and stuff. So we're back down there. We're very excited to be back down there. The parade kicks off at 6. Then we have an after party from 7 to 9 at Sky Bar, a little bit of entertainment. We haven't announced any of this yet, but we are planning to auction off some of our entertainers. So the highest bidder of that entertainer will be able to spend time with that entertainer. They've got, we've got some goodie bags, you know, with some CDs, and they'll be able to kind of, you know, just be hanging out with that entertainer and become their buddy.
Wow.
So they'll get VIP tickets for the VIP tent. That is a catered meal inside there by El Molinito. So we've got, we haven't, like I said, we haven't even announced that yet until just now. So
right here on
exclusive.
Right here on the Blitz. So, well, the 37th annual Tucson Pride event, Pride in the Desert, will take place October 18th, starting at 12 p.m. Tickets are $12 and free if you were 12 years of age and under. Students can get in for $5, but their school ID and VIP tickets are $50. For more information, you can call 622-3200 or visit TucsonPride.org. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you.